For the second learning exercise, we're going to install a Bluejay extension. Um, this adds some functionality to Bluejay, and we'll be using this later on in our course. So hopefully in Unit 1 you installed Bluejay and you're at a machine that has Bluejay installed in it. And now we're going to install an extension to it. So um, I'm going to first go to the Bluejay extension page. So I'm going to click on this. There's a Bluejay extension. These are different extensions you can add to Bluejay. And I'm going to scroll down on this until I find the one labeled um, Simple GUI Interface. So, and I missed it. So it's the first one, that's why. So a simple GUI builder, that's what I want. So I'm going to go to that website and download this GUI interface. So it should download a jar file. So I'm going to save that jar file and set that up. So here comes the jar file. Now that's the simple GUI interface. There's another extension called the main program runner. Some students like to use that. It makes it a little easier to run the main programs that are in the textbook. Has a lot of programs that have a main program. So if you want, you can also install this. It's just another jar file. Once we get the jar file installed, we're going to want to move it to the right location. So again, we've got to remember where we installed Bluejay and then go to the lib.extensions folder inside that and install that. Okay, so I'm going to open up my computer and first find where I've downloaded these files. So in the download file I have this GUI extension file. And I'm going to move that. Now I could copy this and paste it here. I'm just going to actually physically move it over here. So I'm going to open up another My Computer window and I'm going to locate where the file, where Bluejay was installed. So generally, like on Windows, Bluejay is installed in C, Program Files, x86, Bluejay. So I found that folder. Now there's a lib file in there, a lib folder. I'm going to go inside that, and there's a bunch of language folders, but there's also an extension folder. I'm going to go inside that. And that's where I'm going to want to copy this extension, this jar file. So I'm going to locate my jar file and drag it and drop it over there. Again, I could copy and paste it over here, and I've already done it. You can see it's already over here, so I don't have to do it again. But the first time, this will probably be all empty here, and you want to just drag your extensions over here. Then we can just test this out and run Bluejay to see if this is going to work. So I'm going to run Bluejay. Let's go back to our instructions to see how we're doing. Okay, so we've copied the file over. We're going to test out our instructions. So we're going to go run this thing. We're simply going to go under the Tools menu and select Simple GUI Extension. It should be available there. So I run Bluejay. Under Tools, I should see an option for Simple GUI Extension. I should run that, and it should bring up this little GUI version. So later on in a couple units, we'll be using this to drag buttons and things like that on the screen and make simple user interfaces. Okay, so that means it's working. Now, if you installed the main program, you should be able to use that. I'll show you that. So I've opened up zyBooks Chapter 1, which we downloaded for earlier, and this has programs that have a main program in them. Now you can just run the main program this way and it brings up a little dialog and lets you do that. But there is now, if you installed the main thing, there's a little faster way. It saves you one whole click. You can say run main method and it'll just run the main method directly here for you. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. Now, what do we need to turn in for this? There's really nothing you need to turn in. So I'm just going to take your word for it, assuming you give me your word that you did this. So just submit, and in the comments field, say I got it working. I got the simple, and the main one you want to do is get the Simple GUI Builder working. You're going to need that in a future unit, so make sure you've got that working. If you have any questions, remember you can go into this ask, answer, and share, ask questions. We typically run into problems where, in this certain environment, where is the where is it installed and stuff like that. So they ask this question, and so the instructor, the TA, or your fellow students will help you figure out the answers.